Right on. User defined function. So it will be classified into two types. One is scalar functions. Another one will be table valued function. These table valued functions will be classified into two types again. One is inline table valued function. Can you please mute? And the other one will be multi-statement table valued function. Multi-statement table valued function. Done. Okay. Write down first. I'm sorry. Yeah, as I said, log on triggers search for DBA. So what he will do now? So whenever we log in from our system with the server name and username password, right? These details he'll he'll audit. So let's say you are trying with a different username and password, somebody else. Okay. So now your IP address he'll track, and what server name you're logging and who's your name, username and password you're using. So everything he'll track. Okay. That's why what log on triggers means. So that will be basically handled by the administrator.
The definition
For what?
user defined.
User defined. Yeah. So directly for user defined, we do not have a particular definition. So in that we have a two classifications. For those classifications, we do have the definitions. Okay. First, write down scalar functions. A function which will return single scalar value. Then it is known as scalar function. So these definitions we heard somewhere. Where exactly?
Variable only. Variable.
No.
Substrings and string functions.
String functions, correct?
Yes,
Yeah, I'll tell you what is the main difference.
string functions and date functions also.
Yep. Finished. Okay. So the definition remains same for scalar functions and your string functions or date functions. The difference between these scalar functions and those string functions will be see, it has been defined by the Microsoft. Like when you take substring, what exactly it will do?
Use the part of the strings.
It will give us the sub part of the string, correct?
Yes.
and char index will go as a particular character position, right? So every string function has their own functionality, correct? Yeah. Now let's say in the scalar functions, right? So it will also return a single scalar value, but we will define our own logic in it. Okay. So here the Microsoft has given this, system defined functions, the stream functions, and they have defined some logic inside it, correct? Yes. But whereas in the scalar functions, we will define our own logic. Okay. See, because there are 14 string functions are there, substring, the string functions, and every string function has their own logic. Now, if I want to define a new logic, okay, in such cases, the scalar functions will help us. Clear? See, they cannot provide all the logics in a different if there are 100 logics, they cannot provide 100 string functions, no, because we need to learn more in such a case, correct?
Yes.
So that's why they had given a scalar functions, okay, where we can define our own logics, okay, which will return a single scalar value. Clear? Yes. Yeah. Now, how to define the own logic and what cases will go for it? Let's see. And before going to that, let's write a syntax for creating a function. Okay, that is scalar function. So create, don't write just C, create function and function name. Usually the function name will define something like this, fn underscore function name, so that we can easily identify. Okay, and open brace and close brace. Okay, here we'll put the input parameters this or arguments, we can say. Usually for substring, how many input parameters we will pass?
3.
3 parameters, right? Okay, so for that, in the backend, there is a program has been defined actually. Okay, there is a program has been defined, and in that the input parameters will be defined actually 3 input parameters. What is meant by parameters over here is when you're executing a function, must and should you need to pass those parameters. See, for substring also, when you write substring of some expression, comma starting position, and if you try to end with this, will it execute?
No,
No.
Definitely it won't, correct?
Yes.
Because it required one more parameter, correct? So here also same thing. So whenever you declare something, whenever you create a function, the input, once you define a parameter, it is mandatory provide a value for it. Now, how to define a parameter? Let me show you. Okay. So at the rate of, let's say, parameter 1, and you need to put the data type, what exactly it has to allow. Okay. So the data type and comma at the rate of parameter 2, and then again data type at the rate of parameter 3 and data type. Okay, likewise we can define n number of parameters, guys. Does it looks like variables or not?
yes.
Looks like variables, right?
like variable.
Yeah, but there is a small difference between your variable and a parameter. I'll show you that. Okay, but both will act like same, so both will store a single value. Got it? Yeah, and whichever data types you had put, based upon that you need to pass the value. Okay, so when you see the char index, what is the data type? Sorry, not char index. When you go for a substring only, what is the data type of first parameter or argument? Character, correct?
Parker.
Yes. Next, then second starting position, int. Then third one will be integer, correct? Yeah, so it depends on the situation, so we will be taking the data types. Okay. Yeah, here also same case, right? Yeah, now in the function, once you define the parameters, right, you need to returns, what exactly it should return in the output? Can you see, in the char index, what data type it will return?
Internal.
Internally. Whereas substring,
Varchar.
varchar. Length,
Int.
int. Okay. So now when you type something here, any char index something, open base, can you see in the end it is saying that returns integer, correct?
Yes.
So which means when you create a function, priorly you should tell, priorly means before, okay, before creating the function you should tell what output you need, what data type of output you need, okay, must and should you should tell, okay. So returns, the output data type, I can say. So when you say integer, right, in the output you need to write a logic in a such a way that it has to return only integer, okay. When you put varchar, your logic should return only varchar. That's how it will be, okay. So priorly we need to tell what data type we have to return in the output case. Clear? Yeah. And as begin and end, and here you can say, a return of logic we need to put, whatever logic we want, we have to. So what this will do, no, whatever logic we have written over here, that output it will return in the final, when you are trying to execute this function, right, in such a cases it will return the output, and that output data type should be this one, whatever you are keeping. That's it, guys. That is the syntax of the a function. Yeah, let me give you an example so that you will get a better idea. Okay, understand? Yeah. So let me take, let's say, that same employee department table, because we are familiar with that. Okay. Yeah. Now what exactly I need is, so the client will tell that I'll pass a department name. Okay, the parameter will be department name here. Okay, I'll pass a department name. You tell me how many employees in that particular department. Okay, getting it? Whenever I'm passing a department name, I need to know the count of employees in that department. How many employees are there? So now how many values we have to return in the output? Count means
5.
only one
Only
value.
one.
Okay, and count will return what data type?
It will int only.
Int only, correct? Now how to implement that logic, you see. Okay, the question is, create a function to return the count of employees based on department name. Okay, so create function. Am I going fast?
No.
Okay. Now fn underscore, I'll say like count of employees, my function name, guys. Okay, understand?
Sir, we are getting some background from.
There is some fighting is going on. 1 second.
Yes, okay, sir. Carry on.
That's okay, sir.
It's fine now.
That's okay, sir.
Okay, let me know if you feel any disturbance again. Okay, create function name. See, function name should be always it should be meaningful. Okay, now open and close bracket. See, the parameters should define always within the open and braces. Yeah, okay. And what is the parameter here I need to pass? I need to create.
Department name, sir.
Name.
Yes, department name. What is the data type of it?
Where
Care.
And you no need to put declare here. Okay, it's not required. Yeah.
Okay.
So directly you can keep it. Now it should returns what?
Employee number.
Employee
Output
no
data type.
count, right? Correct.
Int.
So it should return int. So here it will be returns guys. Okay, so yes, also should come. And whereas in the logic while you're keeping, only return is enough. As begin, end. Okay, so what is the logic to get the data? Tell me. Select count of. Can I put star? We can put star, or we can put employee ID also, right?
No.
Anything is fine, because anyway there won't be nulls here. Yeah. Count of star
From table name.
from your employee underscore department table.
group by department name.
Group by, yeah. See, group by is not required because
It's not necessary.
yeah. So you just need to put a where class.
Where department
Name equals to. See here, you no need to see whatever the user is passing, that has to put it over here. Correct? Yes or no? I should not hard code any support or IT or any other departments. So the user is telling, I'll pass a department name. You give me the output. Okay. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
In such a case, you call this parameter in the where class, guys. That's it. Okay. You call that parameter in the where class. This is a completely dynamic query. Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
like how the output is going to return here now?
yes.
Like
So here,
all the
no, it won't give you all the things. So here what it will do is, it will give us only count. Count means the 10 records or 20 records, that count number is there, right? That number will return in the output. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. And we said that integer is the output it has to return, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And before select, you need to put return of that select statement. So what it will do is, whatever data it is coming over here, that will return in the output. Okay.
Okay.
So this is very simple logic. Okay. And I'm going to execute it. The function has been created, guys. Now, how you need to execute your function means select. So usually how you are executing your substring, select your substring name, correct?
Yeah.
Here, one thing you need to remember is, you see the default schema for this function will be what?
TVO.
DBA will be must and should to keep before your function name. It's mandatory, guys. Otherwise, it won't execute. Do remember it. Okay. I think even while creating also, it is mandatory to keep. Okay. Even though it is a default, still it is mandatory to keep while creating and executing your view. Okay. Let me alter it. I have altered the function. Okay. So select your function name. Okay. Open and close brace. Why? Because you need to pass the parameter, correct? And here you need to put the department name. Let's say support. You go and execute it. Can you see this? 5.
Yeah.
Correct.
You go and check in the support department. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 employees are there, correct? And when I pass admin, only 2 employees. Okay.
So in return, we can give alias column name also, right? As
Yes.
count.
Yes. Yeah. You should not provide here. It will throw an error. When you say total count here, right? It throws an error, guys. Okay. You should not provide like this. So where exactly you need to write this now? While executing your function. Okay. Here you need to put. Do remember it. Okay. Now you see. Okay. The alias column should keep after your function. Whenever you're executing your function. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And you should not put star, because it's not returning any data from a table, right? I mean, it's not returning any table data, correct? So you just need to keep select your schema name and function name and then parameter. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is how you need to execute your function, guys, with the select. Okay, always. And this DBO is mandatory. Okay, you can keep a different schema also, that's fine, but it's mandatory to keep while executing and while creating also. And parameter you
This
need to
function
always
is
pass.
only related to employee table only, right?
Sorry.
This function is related only for employee department table.
Yes, yes, this function will return employees from this table only. If you need some other table, you need to go and create a one more function. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Got it? Everyone?
Sir, why you are using where class in that?
Yeah, because if you're not using where class here, okay, it will always give us the total count from the table.
Okay.
What user is telling is, give me a parameter, I'll input the value into it, and based upon the department, give me the count of that particular department only, not all.
Okay.
So that's why I'm doing department name equals to, I'm not hard coding the value, I'll just call this parameter over there. So whenever you're executing this function, no, what will happen? It will just store the value in this admin, and it it also just analyze that it has to return only integer, and go and run the query, and in place of @ name, what it will place? It will place what? Admin, correct? The parameter value, it will place it over here, and it will execute that whole query. Whatever value it is returning, that will return in the output for us. Okay. And this should always return an output for us. Okay, a single value it has to return. Okay.
Disturbance is there, sir.
Sorry.
So we are getting lot of noise.
Okay. One second. Huh? Is it fine now? Is it fine?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. My voice is not clear, or
Yeah,
any
your voice is
background?
clear only.
But the background
Your
disturbance.
voice is clear, but the thing is like background disturbance.
Still there is a background.
No,
No, now it is not.
Okay. So yeah, someone is asking some doubts. Tell me.
Sir, instead of a department name, you can declare any special character here, right?
Yeah, you can put anything. Okay, you can put, let's say, name, and you can call that way parameter over here.
Like dollar name also you can put, right?
What dollar name?
Here at instead of at.
Oh,
That
dollar. Like this?
Yes, sir.
No, you should not. @ is always mandatory for parameter or a variable. Okay.
Okay.
@ is mandatory. You should not put any other special characters. And let's say if you are not passing any parameter, and if you go and execute your function, no, let's see what will happen. It is saying that the multi-part identifier dbo.function name could not be found. Okay, it's not found, and it should throw an error saying that the parameters is mandatory. Could not be found. Okay, it's returning the data. One second. Identify dbo.function could not be found.
Select star from.
No, star we should not give, because this is not returning any data, right?
Okay.
Correct.
Yes.
So even in your Scalar string functions and all, we'll execute only select and string function. That's it. Will not put star. Okay. Here also same. Yeah, usually when you execute this, right, the function is exist, correct? So the error it should throw like the function is expecting a parameter. That's how it should throw an error. I'm not sure why it is showing could not be bound. Okay, it is bound, not found. And where could not bound. Okay, let me just go through with that error and I'll tell you what exactly it means. Okay. Yeah. So any questions? Yeah. So now for an example, if I go and keep, let's say, employee ID here, will it return by any chance?
No, sir.
Let's see. I have altered that and I'm going and executing it. See, the subquery retain more than one value. This is not permitted in subquery follows. The subquery is more than one expression. So meaning, okay. So here we'll be getting what? Let's say if I'm passing admin, we'll be getting 2 employees, correct?
Yes.
Let me hard code the value and execute only that query. Can you see 8 and 9, correct? And it is returning how many values?
More than
2 values.
More than 1, correct?
Yeah.
Yes or no? But my function should return
only single.
a single value. So that's why it is throwing an error, guys. Okay. Make sure it should return a single scalar. It can be character, it can be date, it can be anything. Okay. Clear?
Yes.
Martin chapati ಮಾಡ್ಸಿ.
Yeah.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು ರೊಟ್ಟಿ.
Any questions?
ಹೌದಾ?
Any questions?
Even though we have not entered schema, it will work, sir.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Work, sir. That's why I'm asking.
Let me not keep this DBO on try.
First alter, sir.
The function is not recognized function. Okay.
So you should alter. First we have to alter,
even though if you alter, still I think it is same. DBO is mandatory. Okay. Because defaultly it will take DBO only, no?
Here defaultly it will not take the DBO.
Yeah, it will take it. Okay. But usually when we create a function, right, we will keep it actually. It's not mandatory. We'll keep it while creating. And
So
but
keep
while
DBO
executing
in only select option.
Sorry.
Yeah, while selecting only keep DBO dot function.
Yes. Only while selecting you need to keep the DBO. Yeah.
While creating is not mandatory.
Yeah, while creating it's not mandatory, but it's best to keep, so that we can easily remember that okay, it has to come in select also.
If you drag from object explorer, it will default.
Yeah.
It will come.
Yes, default it will come anyway. So now all your functions, right, your scalar functions will stored under this. Go to programmable adventure works. I mean database programmability under functions, and there are so many functions here. See, all your aggregate functions, system defined functions are here, and your scalar functions will come over here, and table valued functions will come and store here. You see, under scalar functions there are so many, and what we created is count of employees, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so this will return what?
Count of employees.
Yes, count of employees. Okay. Now let me show you a function which is created by the Microsoft people for adventure works. They're calculating some age. Okay. Now see how they have written this logic. Let me just format this. So now, do you have any function which will give us age? Okay, so that too I need what is the difference between what is the number of days, number of years, number of months? Exactly, it should come for us. For that they have written a logic over here. Okay, so let me just execute this function and we'll see whether it will perfectly work or not. Can someone give me your date of birth?
1997.
1997, no?
Yes.
Okay,
06
1997, 06,
0 03.
03. 06 is your month, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, it is 24 years, 10 months and 6 days. Okay. And we'll also go to the Google and we'll see whether it is giving properly or not. Okay.
Yes.
What is your date of birth?
June
June 3,
3rd, 1997.
19. Okay. Age as per today, right? April 9th, 2022.
Today 10.
24 years, 10 months, 6 days. Okay.
Okay.
And 24, okay. 24 years, 10 months, 6 days. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So now what logic they had put, let's see. See, because we do not have any functions to calculate our age, correct?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Now what they had put it over here, we'll see the exact logic. Now can you see what they had done is they had created a function and function name and they had put DBO and the parameter is DBO and they had take date time, but we can take date also, correct? That is the input value, right? The function is required. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And it returns a varchar or varchar you can put because see it is a combination of integers and characters, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. And as begin, now they have temporarily declared some variables, guys. Okay, let's keep something like this. See, there is a they have declared some variables here, right? Temp date and age, years, months and days, and temp and then again, yeah. Can you see the logic? They declared how many variables? One is temp date, and temporarily they have declared a variable. Okay.
Yeah.
Now for age also they declared one more variable, and to store years separate variable, to store months separate variable, to store days separate variable. Okay. Now whatever the client is passing the date of birth, so initially they will take it into the temp date variable. That's what they're doing. Select temp date means equals to at the rate of date means whatever we are passing the input date, it will store it in a temp date, correct?
Yes.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Till now it is clear.
Yes.
Yes, sure.
Now we'll go and see the logic what they had tried. First they are finding out the years, guys. Okay. Year difference. Okay. Now what is the year difference? I mean, what is the function they had put it over here is date diff of year, okay, and temp date and get date. So this is the basically the query, right? Correct?
Yes.
Understand?
Yeah.
So when you need the year difference from your date of birth to, okay, let me take instead of temp date, I'll just say birth date, okay, so that it will be easy for us. Yeah, can you see now?
Yes.
Whatever date of birth they're giving, I am storing in a data birth date column. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Now date diff of year under the birth date and get date means what?
It will
From
be
your
the
birthday to till date, it will find out the
Yes.
number of years of difference, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Now I want to tell you the logic here. How exactly it will work. Can someone give me your date of birth, please? So your date of birth, you see, your date of birth should not be in the future, it should be past. Okay. Which means your date of birth is maybe next month, let's say June, right? June or April, May, June, something like that. Okay. It should not be like that. It should be pre-year. Because if the date of birth is past, the logic will be different. Your date of birth is future, then the logic will be different. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me the past date of birth.
26 January 1989.
1989, John
26.
26. Huh? So it is, see, it is less than our current date, correct?
Yeah.
Then yeah, print and
See, what I'm saying is per past date of birth, different logic will be there. Okay. And future date of birth, different logic will be there. Do remember this. Understand?
Yeah.
Now they had given the logic for both actually here. This logic will work for both. Yeah. Now let's see how exactly it will work. Now date diff of year, comma the rate of date of birth, and get date means what exactly it will come. Let's see. So select this query, and in place of birth date, no, I'll just go and hard code this value. Okay. So how much years difference comes? Sorry, it is 33 years. Okay. Okay. Hello.
Okay. Yeah.
It's 33 years. Okay. How it will calculate? Let's see. So now 1989, right? So when you take the year difference, no, it will ignore this day and month. Do remember it. Okay.
Correct.
It will ignore the day and month.
Correct.
So what it will do, it will take the difference of only years. Okay.
Yes.
From 1989 to what? 2022. Correct? What is the difference here?
33.
33, yeah. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. 33. Now, this 33 years till when? Till, I mean, till what
Up-
date?
Up to 26 January.
And
Yes.
first.
So,
It did.
yes, let me show you. Now, get date means it won't calculate till April 4th. Okay. April 9th. That is wrong. Okay. From where to where it will calculate? No. From January 26, 89 to 2022-01-26. Correct? Are you agree with me?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
It won't see, even though if you are providing get date, right? It won't calculate till date, guys. Okay. It will calculate to when?
Up to 26 Jan.
Up to 26 Jan 2022. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and we are finding out only the year difference here. So till that date, I mean, till that January 26, there are 33 years. Okay. Now from January 26 to till date, there are some months difference, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
So that we can find out with a different logic. Okay. Now before going to the months, now can you someone give me your future date? Future date of birth.
22nd May. 22nd May.
Which one?
22nd May
Okay,
1993.
let me put this is the past date of birth. 22nd
May
May ante 5
5.
22
1993.
1993 May 2022, correct?
Yes.
And this is the future upcoming birthday, correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So for this one, the logic would be different actually. Okay, let me show you. When you put the difference here, you know, the date difference. Let me write this is past. Are you following everyone?
Yes.
Yeah, future date of birth. And let me copy this over here. $29 years. Okay. Now from when to when it has been calculated, tell me.
93 to up to get date.
Yes. This is
Till
past
May
date.
22nd.
No. 29.
Yes, sir.
29 ante. So from
1993.
1993 to till when, tell me.
Get date.
Today's
No, sir. 2022, 522.
2022
522.
522. Is it done?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Till 21. It is 2021.
Till today it will calculate.
Yeah, so 050 I mean 22, it's not yet come, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's see, when it is calculating, right?
Yeah.
When it is calculating, it is giving 29, which means from when to when it has been calculated, tell me.
93 to
93
Just it
April.
will subtract the
Sorry.
current year to
No,
previous year.
just understand this.
1993 May to
Yeah,
2022
1993
May.
May 2022 to 2022 May 22. Correct?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you getting it? So that's
Yes,
where
sir.
that 29 will come. Otherwise, it won't come. Correct?
Yeah.
So even though you're passing a get date, it is went to future date and it is calculating 29 for us. Because what it will look for? It will look for what? It will look for only year. Correct?
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It will look for only year. So that's why it is giving 29. But is that correct?
No.
Sir.
It's not 29 years, right? It is
28
28
something.
years. Some months will be
Months,
there.
sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Correct.
So for this, you need to put a different logic. This is a future upcoming birthday, right?
Yes.
Right? For this one, a different logic, guys. Okay. Let me show you what logic they had written. Everyone is understanding?
Yes.
Okay. Can you see? This will give us what? This
Yeah.
logic is for what?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Year.
Year,
Past.
past or future?
Past.
Past. Okay. Now this will be past. For future, no, this case statement will work. Okay. So they are minusing the days actually. Basically, we need to minus some days, no, here. Can you see? When it is going to 1993 May 22, right? Okay, we have to come back, correct?
Yes.
Okay, anyway, let's see what logic they had written. They're saying that case when month of a date of birth. Okay, let's apply to our logic. Okay, our future date of birth. Or maybe past also we can apply, no issues. Let's see what exactly it will come. Can you tell me when I go and apply this here, what exactly will come, guys?
One.
Now.
Yes, sir.
So can I hard code 1 over here? Because I'm evaluating the expression here finally. Now 1 greater than month of get date means
4.
4. This month is in get date
4.
month is 4.
Because
Now,
can you repeat once again? I didn't understand here.
so what I'm saying is, see, this is the case statement they had written. Okay. This case statement mainly works for, for your future birthday. Okay.
Okay.
So that's the why what exactly it is coming we are seeing. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So the case statement, it will give us either 1 or 0 actually. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Ultimately, but what is the logic behind that? I'm just evaluating here.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see, for past date of birth what it will return, for future date of birth what it will return. Okay. Understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now month of date of birth means, in your date of birth what is the month we have? 1 na?
Yeah.
Now month of get date means what? Today's date.
4.
It will be 4. Now month of date of birth means
That one only.
again 1, and this will be
4.
4. Okay. And they're checking here day of date of birth. What is day of date of birth? 26. Day of get date?
9.
9.
10,
Okay.
sir, today.
Today
Okay.
10
Okay.
na?
Sorry. 10.
In your laptop it is there.
I think I need to change my date. 1 second. I think I need to change my date. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now it is 10, right? Can you check? Can you evaluate this case statement? Case when
When.
1 greater than 0. Is it true?
No.
No.
No,
No.
No, sir.
And 1 equals to 4. Is it true?
No.
no, sir.
No.
Bo-
And 26 greater than 0. 10.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is true.
This is correct. But when you put under condition, what it means?
Take all
Both
condition.
condition will
So this is how they are keeping. Okay. Either this or this should satisfy. Correct.
Mhm.
Along with that, this also should satisfy. Correct.
Yes.
Now, according to our condition, what is happening?
Not satisfying.
Both the conditions are
So
failed.
this condition is true, but whereas this condition is false.
Yes.
But we have a and, right? And
Yes.
means both should be true.
Both.
Correct.
Yes.
Now, which one will execute? Tell me.
Else zero, sir. Else
Zero,
condition.
sir.
Sorry.
Else condition.
So
Else
else
condition
condition
is
it will do. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If this is true, then it has to print 1. Otherwise,
Yes.
it has to print 0. Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
So now what is the for past date of birth? What is the value we got? 29, right?
Yes.
29 minus 0,
29 only.
29 only. Okay. Let's go and apply the same logic for your future date of birth. So let's copy this. Don't worry, you can easily understand this. Okay, what is that 1 and 4? We can easily understand. Let's see. Can you apply for your future date of birth the same case statement, please?
Yes.
Yes, when
Case
5
when
Yes, when
5 is greater
5
than
is
4
greater than
5 is
4,
greater than 4,
or 5 is
or
equals
5
to
is
4.
equal
5 equal to 4.
5 equals to 4. Okay,
Four.
and let me
Yeah.
close this bracket.
Yes.
And
And
22 is
22 is greater than
22,
greater
greater
than
than
10.
10.
okay,
10.
then 1
else 0.
else 0. Correct. Now you see either of one condition is true or false.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This condition is true, right?
Yes.
So at least one condition is true, no problem for us. Okay. Now
But we
and
get one.
this condition also true, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Now it will take 1, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Now what will happen?
28 years.
29 minus 1
1,
becomes
28.
28.
28
this is
years.
what we want, correct?
Yes.
When it is a future date of birth, this is what we want. Okay. Now
Yeah.
let's see what exactly they are doing. Let's see. Okay. Now from the past date of birth, they are comparing with this month with our current date month, correct?
Yes.
Whether it exactly equals to or whether it is greater than, we are checking. Okay.
Mm.
If the month is less than your current month, means it is a past date of birth only, correct?
Yes.
Past
Correct.
month only. Yes or no? See, this is the month we are taking from your date of birth. Okay. Can you see this? Okay.
Yeah.
And this is the month we are taking from
Today.
current date.
Get
Current
it.
date.
Current
Uh,
date.
Current date. Now, what we are doing is in your date of birth month and current month, we are just checking whether it is equals to or less than. If it is equals to or less than, no issues actually. Okay, so we can consider it as a less. Our date of birth month is less, and it is a past date of birth. Okay. So when it is if your current month is less than, sorry, if your date of birth month is less than current month, do I need to do minus?
Not necessary.
Not required, right? So this logic is enough for us, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Your date of birth is less than your current month or current date, then this logic is enough. So that's where here 0 is coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now when you go and check your future date of birth, can you see in your future date of birth, right? Your month is coming as 5. This is a future month, no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So now this is your current month. Now it is greater, no?
Yes. Sir.
Yes.
Even we need to check the day also. Do remember it. Why? Because sometimes your month might be same. Okay, let me just show you. If it is 4 and 22, let's say. Now what will happen? Here also 4 will come. Here also 4 will come.
Yes.
Now this is true condition, right?
Yes.
But here, whereas 22 is greater than 10, no? Sorry. What is this? 22.
8, 9,
1 second. 10.
8, 0, 9.
This is also true now, correct? So now, if it is a current month, okay, that will also check whether it is same or not. Also, we need to check what?
Yes.
The day as well. So the day can be greater or lesser, no? Okay, now in this case, it is greater, correct? If it is a greater, what we need to do?
We have to minus 1.
We have to minus it, correct?
Yeah.
We have to minus it. So that's where we are minusing -1, guys. So in this case, what is his year of, age here? 28 years. In the above case, it will be 29.
29.
Are you getting it?
29. That is 33 only.
33 years.
Sorry. 33 years. Got it, guys?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Any questions? Anyway, you have this logic in your, adventure works. Okay. Now we have written the logic for your data, but now it's fine. Correct?
Yeah.
Now what they're trying to do? Select birth date equals to date of add year, comma, years, comma, birth date. One second. Huh? For your date of birth, they're adding years actually. What year he is adding? 33 years.
Whatever years we have.
Okay, let's take this logic and evaluate. Okay. And tell me which logic we will take. Future or older?
Past.
Past will take. Okay. So past means this will come into the picture, right? Second, let me write it neatly. Once we evaluate this is came. Now we are evaluating the next select query. Yeah. So now date add of, okay, date add of year, comma, what is the years we do have according to our date of birth?
33.
33. Okay. And they're taking date of birth. What is the date of birth?
1989.
1989.
Yes.
1989.
01.
26. Now for this one, if we add 33 years, what will happen? What is the output? Tell me.
2089, 01.
2022,
2022, 01, 20.
01,
1.
26. Am I correct?
Yes.
Now in the birth date column, they're storing this value. Okay.
Mhm.
Initially, what is the value in the birth date? When you go and check above,
2089.
your normal date of birth we do have, correct?
Yes.
Now what we are keeping in it, we added 33 years for that, and that value we are storing over there. Okay. Understand?
Yes.
Yes. Now let's check this condition. The months they are calculating. Okay. Yeah. Now what is the logic? They're doing that date diff of, okay, month, comma, birth date, comma, get date. Okay. Let's evaluate this. Select.
Same like here it is going to evaluate it.
Sorry.
Same like for the year how it is evaluated.
Yes. Same like same. Okay. Same like year only. So date of birth, comma, month. Now what is the birth date? Tell me.
1990.
It is this
22.
one, correct? Sorry, 2022 and 01 26, correct? Because in birth date we calculated that month, year, day, and we stored, correct?
Mhm.
And what is the get date?
4. 10, 4.
04, or we can keep 2022
2022, 04.
04 10.
1, 1, 0.
Yeah.
Yes. Here when it is calculating month, right? Okay.
Yes.
When it is calculating month, till when to
Will
when it will
ignore date.
calculate? Tell me.
It will ignore date, sir. Day.
3 months.
It will only consider
1 to
1 and 4.
So now you see, it will consider only month here. Okay.
yes,
Yes.
yes, sir.
It will consider only month.
Month.
Now, what is the difference between 04 and 01?
3.
3 months.
3 months, correct? Huh?
Yes, sir.
That will return. It won't take the days also. Do remember it.
Yes, yes, sir.
It will consider only month, and it is 3. Now that 3 is correct only, right? But again, it will go and check, guys, here. Okay. This month, whether it is greater or lesser, it will check. Okay. Can you see? Case when,
This is future.
yeah, let me write it. Minus case when day of date of birth means date of birth. What is your date of birth?
26.
26.
26.
26.
26. No, date of birth is this one. Okay.
Yeah.
26 is greater than, and day of your get date.
10, 10.
10.
Okay. So it is greater or lesser?
Great.
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 It is greater only, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then if it is true, we have to print 1.
One.
Else it is 0.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in your date of birth, we
true.
do have 26. Huh?
Yes. It's true, sir.
Okay.
-1. We have to do.
-1.
It's
It
2
is
months.
doing
only.
-1, so no?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Mm,
And
okay.
1.
1 second. Yeah. Okay. Fine. I do understand. So now, if the number of days are greater than your, days, right? Your current days.
Yeah.
And if it is
Yeah.
greater than, they are taking 1, because let me show you. Let me show you the
3 months are not
exact thing.
completed.
Yeah, the 3 months are not yet completed, because if it is
26
2022
April.
01 26 and 2022 04 26, if it is there, na, then it is exactly 3 months, correct?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, sir.
Yes. Sir.
Yes.
Correct.
But here it is 04 010. No, it is not 3 months, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
When it is looking only month but not days, correct?
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why here we are checking whether it is days is greater than or less than. If it is greater than, so definitely we need to do -1.
Yeah.
So now 3 minus 1 becomes
2.
2,
2
correct?
months. Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
So it will be 2 months.
Yeah.
Now there are days, no? See, 2 months means when to when it is calculated. Tell me. From 0 20 22 01 26 to
0, 3.
exactly
03 20.
in whichever month we have complete days. Okay. It
Yeah.
will calculate till that date. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Getting it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Now still there are days, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So when it is calculating month till this, now till this means we have asked for till today.
Yes, yes.
So from March 26 to April 10, there are some days left out.
Yes, 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 sir.
We have to calculate the days.
Okay.
How many days it will be? It will be
15
depends
14
on
days.
number of 30, 31 days, correct? Huh?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes. Let's go and check what is the logic they had written. Now again, can you see in the birth date, they're adding months here. Okay. For a birth date, they're adding months. Okay. So which means what is the birth date in this? Let me just copy it.
2022.
What is the birth date we do have? Can you see? This is it is stored, correct? This is what it is stored.
Yeah.
Now, how many months it will get add?
3 months.
2, right? Because we minus 1 here.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So 2 months it will get add. So now what is the value it is getting stored?
2022.
2022 03
3.
26.
So this is what we have concluded here, correct? So till when it is calculated, till 03/26, correct?
Yeah.
Now this is fine. Now my date of birth will have 3/26. Okay. Now let's see how they are finding out the days. Okay. I think now to finding out the number of days is very simple. See. Yeah. So select at the rate of days equals to day diff of, okay, day. What is the birthday here?
22.
This we have, correct?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
And get date. Get date means
Best
Today's
date.
date.
Edit.
Day 4th.
it
Sorry.
will be
9,
0,
2022,
2022,
04,
04,
10.
10.
and 10. Avuna?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now in this case, when you take day difference, what will happen?
It will calculate the difference.
Difference between these days only. Okay, from this date to this date, what is the number of days difference it will give us? So how many days it will be?
26 minus 10.
Minus 10.
Let's see,
Start date minus end date. 6 minus 10.
15 days total ga.
Yes.
ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ ఒక 10 days March లో I think we have 31st, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It will be 5 days, so totally 15 days, correct? Okay, understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So what you need to do, see what I said, when you take the difference, end date minus start date, I said, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So end date, when you take days difference, no, the SQL server will also look into the month as well. So this is the greater date, correct?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So that's why it is not giving minus. Do remember it.
Okay.
So when you calculate, usually when you calculate, what you will do, 10 minus 26 you will do, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you'll tell that minus 15. No, here
Yeah.
4 is there, no, 04 is there. See, if it is 03, okay, but here it is 04, no,
Mhm.
the month is greater, right? So this
Yes,
end
yes,
date is greater actually.
Yeah.
So that's why we are getting a positive number. Now number of days here is what?
15.
15. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you see, in the days variable we stored 15, in months variable we stored 2,
2 months.
and whereas in your years we have stored 33. Yeah.
33.
Huh. Now at last what they're doing is they're setting a age variable. Can you see the age variable data type? And varchar,
Yes.
or
Yes.
varchar we can put, and they're converting everything into n varchar. Can you see?
Mhm.
Because these are all characters, right?
Yes.
So they're converting it, and they're keeping like 33 years and
Here we
2
can
months.
use varchar as well, right?
Yeah, you can
You
use
can
anything, no issues. You can use varchar also, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, here 33 years, 2 months, 6
15
days. Huh? Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did we executed that data birth, whatever he gave with the function? No, right? Okay, let me execute and we'll see whether whatever we calculated is correct or not. The function name and your date of birth would be 1989, huh?
1989, 01,
01
26.
26.
Is it correct?
33, yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
That is here, 2 months, 15 days.
Anyone want to
Yes.
find your age? Tell me.
22nd May.
22nd,
22nd May, 1993.
1993. Already we find out your age, I think. It is 28
But with
years,
the data,
10 months,
10 months,
and 19
19
days.
days.
Understand, guys?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this logic I haven't discussed when we are discussing date functions, correct?
Yes. Yes, sir.
It's because of, see, there are a lot of things are involved. So one is your function, the another one will be case statement. I
Case
think
statement.
case statement also we haven't discussed. I said already.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
somebody has asked this doubt to find out the calculating the age and all, so I said that it required, a lot of concepts to finish. I think now you can able to understand easily.
Yes.
Okay. Now if it is a past date of birth, no, this case statement will return 0, guys. Do remember it. Okay. If your past your date of birth is in your date of birth, right? So the number of days or number of months, right? That is less than your current date. Then this case statement will return 0. Do remember it. Okay. If it is greater than that, then it will be written something 1. Okay, that's the logic they had written. Understand?
Yes, sir.
This case statement is specifically for future date. Do remember it.
The name of this function also case sensitive, right?
No, not like that.
Because
SQL
in
Server
the
is
left,
not case sensitive.
in Object Explorer, the count of employees same.
This one,
Both are with same name, right?
which one? This one,
Function count of employees, the function count of.
is there any difference? Can you check?
No, sir, that's why I asked.
Sir, P is not there, sir. In first one, P.
Here P is not there. See, it won't allow two
Okay.
functions with the same name. Okay.
Yes, yes.
That's why.
Yeah.
It will
Now you
allow
see. Sorry. When you put key P, no, it will throw an error.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
But schema అని change చేస్తే allow చేస్తుంది sir.
If you change the schema name, then it will allow.
Yes.
Okay. Now
Okay.
I'll show you the difference between a parameter and a variable. Okay.
Okay.
Now parameter means parameter and variable both are storing a single value. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And for parameter, right, it is must and should you need to provide a value. Okay. While executing the function, it is mandatory to pass a value for your data. I mean your parameter. Okay. Whereas let me declare a new variable. Okay. I'll say my name and a date of birth. Sorry, a varchar. Okay. And I'm going to alter this function. So what I did is I declared a new variable. Okay. And I altered my function. And let me go and execute the function. Is it working? It's working, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So
It's working.
the main difference is for a parameter, it is mandatory to provide a value. It can be null also, that's fine. But must and should you need to provide a value for a parameter. Okay. But for a variable, it is not mandatory, guys. Okay. For variable, it is not mandatory. If you ask me, sir, why we declared a variable over here is okay. See, just to keep the entire logic in a variable. So this logic, it has been written and it is giving a single value, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I want to concatenate everything, right? Instead of keeping this complete logic over here, why can't we store that value in a variable? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Yeah, it will be very clumsy, no? When you keep this entire logic over here and writing a cast function and concatenating, for you also it will be very difficult to understand, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's where we declared a variables and we return a logic to store the values into it. Okay. But it is not always mandatory to store any value into the variable, even though we declared. But whereas
But here we can use set statement also, right? Instead of select.
where here, yes, you
below,
can
sir.
use, no issues. You can use it wherever you want. Here also you can use set, no issues.
Like
Okay.
both will act same set and select.
In this case, it will act same. Okay. Let me see. Execute it. And you go and execute your function. And it's executing. Okay. So I told you, right? Select and
Yes.
set will act like almost same. The only thing is in the select, we can set values for multiple variables at a time by using comma separator.
Yes. Yes. already.
Yeah. But apart from that, both are almost same. Understand?
Yeah. Understood.
So you need to understand the concept. Logic, if you want to understand, you can sit and you can understand it. That's not an issue. But what is the logic they had written? I mean, the concept you need to understand. We define a function and we declared a parameter for that. So whenever the client is passing any date of birth, I need to give what? I need to give what is the exact difference in the terms of years, months, and days. That's what. Now, do you have any function which will give this output? Any system defined function?
No.
To calculate the age?
No, sir.
No, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any function? No, right?
No, sir.
Yes. So
don't
we
have any.
defined our own logic. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Sir.
Yes, that's where these scalar functions will come into the picture. Now you see guys here. So now we set a value into the variable, correct? Single value. That 29, 20, 33 years, whatever the data is there, right? The whole data will store it in a variable, correct?
Yes.
Now at the end, what you need to do is whatever value we stored in the variable, that you have to return. Yeah. Otherwise, what you can do, you can simply write the complete query here. So select the whole thing and you can write a return. This is also fine. Okay. Understand?
Yes.
Or in our case also we can do one thing. Okay. So if you see here, they declared a variable no after begin. Same thing. I'll also declare a variable. For what? To store the count. Yeah. Now what I can do here? Select @count equals to. Okay. Now I already told you, whenever we are using a select, it is mandatory to keep all open and close brace. And if you don't want to keep, simply keep count of that query. Okay.
Yes.
Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So now the value stored in the variable, right?
Yes.
Now can I return that variable in the output?
Yes. Sir.
This is also fine. Clear?
Yeah.
So now here I'm returning integer, whereas in this function it is returning a character, correct? Maybe some other function may return a what you can say, a day also. Sorry, a date also. Okay. I'll give you an example for that also. Yeah. So anyone have any doubts in this? Tell me.
No, sir. Good.
And do you feel the difference between a parameter and a declare? I mean the variable. Both will store the single value, but it's mandatory to pass a value for a parameter, whereas for variable it is not mandatory. Okay. So even though I have declared, I haven't stored any value in this variable, correct?
Yes. Sir.
That's the difference between your parameter and a variable, guys. Clear?
Yes.
Let me know, please. If you have any doubts, let me know. Okay, fine. Now I'll give you another logic to return a date. So last time someone has asked this doubt, no? How to find out this month first day or last month first day, correct? What is the question?
End of month.
Last month first day, or this
How
month?
to get first day of this month?
First day of
This month.
this month. Okay, fine. So now let's say there is before going to that, there is a one more function we haven't discussed. I forgot to explain it. That is EO month function. Okay, EO month function. This required two parameters, and second parameter is optional. Yeah, and here it will be date, guys. The first parameter will be date or date time, and the second parameter will be integer. Can you see? It is an integer value, and it returns what? Can you see? It is returns what? Date time or date. Okay. So what this EO month function will do is, whenever you provide any date, okay, it will always go to end of that current month, and it will give you meaning. Let me show you. So select, and this has been introduced from 2012 onwards. Okay. So let me put get date. What is today's date? 10/4/2022, correct?
Yes.
And I'm not passing second argument. I'm passing only one argument. Can you see?
Yes, that is it.
And this month end of month is 30. Okay.
Yes.
Now when I provide, let's say 02 some 01 2022, where it will go? February 1st I gave 2022.
February 30.
When I use EO month, where exactly?
February
28.
February, whether it is 28 or 29, whether it is a leap or non-leap year, it will go to that end of month. Okay, you no need to tell to the SQL server. SQL server knows it. Okay, understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now,
Yes.
what we need to find out this month first day, na? Okay, how to find out? Let me show you. So now what I can do is, so this is the date we got. They're giving the get date. Now what we need to find out? Tell me.
First day of the first month.
So which means this month first day, correct?
Yes.
They are giving what? April 10th, but we need to find out what?
April 1st.
0104. Avana?
Yes.
Yeah, let me show you what you can do. So you can write a end of month EO month function. EO month of that get date I'll take. Okay, so what it will do?
Like
It will go to this month end. Avana?
yes.
But let me put -1. When you put -1, it will go back to, first it will take the end of month, but it will go back to last month. Let me execute and show you. Can you see this?
Yes.
So first what it will do from the current month day, so it will go to end of month. But I'm keeping -1, and I said it is not mandatory. But when you keep +1, it will go to next month end date. When you keep -1, it will go to last month end date. Okay.
Yeah.
Now what we required
First of this month.
to get this month first day, for this one what we have to add?
+1.
One
date.
One day we have to add. Avana? How to add one day? Using date function.
Date add.
Can I use date add function? Date add up. What we need to add? The interval
DD.
DD or day, correct?
Okay.
And how much we need to increment?
1.
1. Okay, so 1 we can hard code anyway. And for this date we need to add 1, correct? And close the bracket. And you see 22401. Avana?
Yes.
And let me put anything here. Okay, not only get date, I am going to put, let's say 02, 04 and 2022. 2002, let's say. February 4th. Now what I need to get?
31st
February 1st. Okay. Not 31st John. First Feb. Whenever I am giving a day, you have to go back to that first month. First day of that particular month. Okay. Now, when these situations will come, I'll tell you. See, what usually the clients will do, no? They will give us some date. Okay. Let's say some 09, 10. 09 means which month?
September.
September. Yeah. Now, this is the date they are giving. They are telling that this is your end date. Okay. Now, what you need to do is you need to give me all the orders. Okay. From that first day of month to till the date, whatever I give. Okay. So this is the end date they're giving. That is September 10th. Okay. Now, whatever date I am giving you, right? In that month, from first day to till the date, whatever I give, you need to bring the orders. Okay. Now what you can do, let's say select star from all the orders where order date between, what is the start date here? End date anyway they had given.
Yeah.
How to find out the start date?
About date.
Can I use this?
Yes.
Can I use this same function?
Yes.
So this will give us that September 1st, right? Start of the month.
Yes.
And your end date, correct? Let's say I can put at the rate of end date. Let's say. Is that fine?
Yeah.
So they will give us end date. They will ask us to find out the start date, and between the dates, they'll ask some, orders, transactions, accounts, some details. In that case, this end of the month will help us. Are you clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, let's say this function will help us in many cases. For an example, okay, to find out the current month first day, this function will help us like anything. Okay, understand?
Yes.
Now I want to reuse this in many places. Now I cannot write this logic every time, right?
You can do function.
Can I create a function for this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Create function. What is the function name, guys?
First day update.
Exactly. So first day of
Month.
current month. When you say month, it will be any month, right?
Yes.
Now what is the input date? I can say date only,
Date.
or input date I can say. And it can be date, right? Now returns what?
Date only.
Date.
Date only, correct?
Yes.
As begin and end. Now we'll take this logic, same logic.
Yes.
Yes.
Now in place of this one, what this is a hard coded
We have to
value. In place
declare
of this,
input date.
your parameter will come, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now can I can store this value in a variable, or I can directly go and return it. Am I right?
Yeah.
And I'll go and execute this function, and you give this function to anyone. You don't need to write the logic again and again, correct? So I can simply execute like 02, 01 or 12, 09, 2022. You can get start of the month.
Super.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yes.
Sir, can we?
So here you're
Uh-huh.
writing
Something
month,
with
day,
day
and
name.
year, right?
Sorry,
Here you're writing month, day, and year, right?
month, day, and year. Yes, but the SQL server will defaultly change it to YYYMMDD.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you need that format, let's say, okay, no, I need only the format whatever I passed, MMDD
Then we have to
YY.
convert
Okay, you have to convert.
Convert.
Okay,
and style up.
yes, you have to put that style.
Yeah.
Understand?
103. Yes.
103, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, that is the one way of converting. There is a one more way I'll show you. Okay, there is a something called format function we do have, guys. Okay, I'll write the syntax for that. Am I going fast?
No.
Yeah, so format function, no, first you need to put the date. This format function will help us only for dates, huh? Do remember it.
Okay.
And in single quote you need to put what format you need. Let's say I need what, mm
Yeah, no.
dd YYY, correct? Huh?
Yes.
Let me put that date, let's say single quote 12/09/2022. Or you can pass this incomplete. And in place of input date, you can input this. Okay, so when you put that format, no, can you see
Yes.
format of your input date, comma, what format you need, you can put it over here. Okay, I think even the dots also will come, but let me just check. Yes, it's coming. And this will be easy enough compared to that convert.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
But
In place of MM, if you put MMM, 3M,
no, when you put multiple m's,
3M means give Jan and December.
okay, yeah, I think it is December. Okay, and this will be much better, right?
Yes.
But you have to learn both. Okay, and I want to tell you one thing here. Have you observed here? I had put capital MM, small dd, YYY.
Yeah.
What if I keep small dd, capital MM, sorry, capital dd, capital YYY, and then
Also it is.
small mm. Can you see?
Minutes user.
Minutes. It
Minutes.
will
Yeah,
MM
it
is
is taking
minutes, sir.
minutes, guys. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that's why do remember in always SQL Server, capital MM, small dd, y.
Okay.
What is the why?
Sorry.
ఎందుకు అలా చూపిస్తుంది సార్ అది?
No, I'm not
No,
getting.
No, his question is why it is showing like that means
DD. Okay.
MM
So why it is showing DD means actually a small capital DD is nothing but day. Okay. Sorry, capital DD has some other meaning. Okay. So that's why it is showing directly DD here. Okay. So it cannot find out. See, when you keep capital DD, right? It cannot find out what day it is. So only small dd can find out the day. Okay. So that's why for day and year you need to put always small letters, and for capital for month you need to always keep mm. Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Now can I keep the same thing over there? Format function can I apply there if you need a specific format?
When you executed, you got month in the character and date in the integer format, right?
Yes. Yes.
How you executed? Can you show me once again?
For that I have to put multiple m's here, 3 m's.
So in that case, it will convert to character type.
Yes, the format can convert. Can you see when I put okay, let me put 4 m's, not this many.
4 m's means it will take December.
4 m's it will come DEC.
Okay.
December
No.
only.
Everything it is scheme. Okay.
Can we get day name?
Day name, I'm not very sure. Let me try. DW, let me try. No. In that case, I think convert style format would be the best case. DD. Maybe there is some way. I'm not remember actually. Can you try?
Yeah, we'll try.
So instead of 01, what is that? December 1st, whatever, Monday, Tuesday, whatever it is, whether it will come or not, just check. Okay.
Yeah.
There is some format for it. Understand?
Yes.
Okay. So if I want some logic, okay, which needs to be reused, also a parameter is mandatory for a function. It's not mandatory, but whenever there is a required to input something, right, then only we'll go for a function actually. Okay.
Yes.
Understand? See, if the parameter is not required, no. Okay. In that case, function is not required. Directly you can go for a view. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So if it is a hard-coded value, you no need to go for a function. No, directly you can go for write a view, right? Because anyway it is a select query. Am I correct? So when there is a need of parameter, definitely this function is required, and this function is known as parameterized view. Okay. This function is called as parameterized view. Why? Because a function also returns a select output, correct? But there is a parameter defined. Understand?
Yeah.
So a function also called as
Parameterized
view.
View.
Okay. So nothing but it acts like a view only, but the only thing is parameters will be defined. That's it, guys. Okay, now. So if someone will ask, on what situation you'll go for a view and on what situation you'll go for a parameter, function means what you can say. So we can say like, if there is any input values the client will pass, and based upon that I need to write logics and return some output, I'll go for a function. And if I want to write a complex logics for a defined values already defined, okay, dynamically we cannot put it over there, in the view level. So for an example, in the view level, we have written a very big query like where select all the city names, postal code from so many tables, and then what we did, where designation equals to some design engineer something. We hard coded that value, correct?
sir.
In the view level, we have to hard code. We cannot pass a parameter, right? And that will always give us what? Only design engineer ka information, correct?
Yes.
Whereas in the view level, what you can do? We can pass that design engineer or or associate or senior, whatever we want. We can pass through a parameter and we can get whatever we want dynamically, correct?
Yes,
That's the difference. There, hard coded logic will be there in the view level, whereas here it will be based upon the parameter the logic will gonna execute. Clear?
sir, clear.
Yeah. So this is the main difference. This you need to tell this. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So any questions here, or shall we go and write the notes? Athamainda function.
So we can give multiple parameters in the bracket, sir.
Yes, you can, no issues. Okay. For an example here, department name. Also, let's say who are active.
Okay.
In that case, the who are active or inactive guys, you want to know in that particular department. In that case, what you can do? You can pass
One more.
at the rate of is active, we can provide. Okay. And
Then in
bit. So in where class also what you can put and is active equals to at the rate of. So now when the client pass department 1, no, whomsoever active in the department, only those count will come. When he pass department admin and 0, in admin department whomsoever having whomsoever not active, only those employees count will come. Understand?
Select statement, how can we write, sir?
Select statement is same.
No, sir. But after int, there is a select statement, sir.
Select this one, na? Comma, 1. That's it. Okay.
Okay. Here, two parameters is mandatory, sir.
Yeah. When you're passing only single parameter, now you see. Let me alter this. I think it will throw an error because is active column is not there, no? Okay, let me put at least employee ID. No problem. The column should be there. Later on, it will gonna throw an error. That's fine. If you go and execute this, can you see? Okay, DBO is missing. An inception number of arguments are supplied for the procedure function, and this is the function. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's mandatory to keep all the parameter values when you are defining it. At least null you should pass. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the difference between parameter and a variable. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. So any logic you want to implement by your own, and you need to return something based upon parameters, the best approach is function, right?
Yes.
If you want, I can give you one function. It is written by one of my friend. It has a lot of things. Okay. You know what this will do? This function, when you give any date, okay, na? Any date means mere a format lo na ivandi, whatever format you want. Okay, na?
Okay.
It will give us a proper date. Okay. ఇప్పుడు మీరు December అని పెట్టారు, but I need it in MMDDYY format. Okay. This function will give us. Yeah. He has written lot of logic inside. Don't worry. Okay. So most of the time, most of the logic will be defined by the previous employees. We just need to understand that.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you can see there are some logics for scalar functions. You can just go through with this. You can easily understand anyway. Yeah. These are all for adventure works, guys. You can just go through with that. You can easily understand. You can apply joins, you can apply any aggregate, anything, but make sure in scalar it has to return a single value. Do remember it. Yeah, go through with these functions. You can easily understand what is scalar. Yeah. Yeah. Can you write down? Have you written the function logic?
Yeah.
The syntax?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. So write down that syntax, please. Then you can write down this question and then logic. Okay. Okay, write down this entire logic. The first one is syntax and below one is the logic. Okay, I'll just put it in the mute. There is a background noise. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can write down this. The remaining points we'll discuss tomorrow. And the function you go through with that. Okay, the functions whatever it has been written over there, no, you go through with that. If this function is not there, fn calculate is, let me know. I can send you the code. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Write down this and you can leave.
Okay.
I'll stop the recording.